that we can say, welcome. In Canada, a Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian.
Resuming debate. The honourable member for Brampton South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for this opportunity to speak in favour of Bill C-6. I'll be using my time today to obviously outline why I support this bill, but also why these changes are deeply needed to improve the Citizenship Act as it stands today. I'll be splitting my time with the member of Scarborough Rouge Park, Mr. Speaker. This bill fulfills many of our campaign commitments that we promised during the recent election, where our party was given the honor to serve as the government. If we look back to the campaign, in my riding of Brampton South, I heard a lot about the Conservatives' approach to immigration. I heard loud and clear that their approach pitted groups against one another. It was not about bringing people together. Simply, people told me it was slow. In the first few months of our government, we have chosen different priorities. We are focused on reuniting spouses and families. We are focused on reducing the backlog. We are focused on a more compassionate approach to refugees. This is why we have taken in many refugees, notably from the Syrian communities, but also continue to take in refugees from many countries at an exceptional pace of processing. Immigration is the #1 topic I hear about in my constituency office. It is what I hear about all the time because we live in a globalized world where the links and local through technology to places all over the world. I don't hear about vague economic ties. It is someone's family member, friend, or small business that connects them. And immigration, the movement of people, is at the core of that relationship. The connection our country holds with other countries is enriched and built by individuals. It is about people, Mr. Speaker. Everyone deserves dignity and a fair chance to succeed. Under the previous Conservative government, the system was broken. It was hard for people to reunite with families, and they were made to feel like seniors and youth were not worthwhile pushing for. I'll be honest, we should be creating an immigration system that is working for everyone and working in a timely way. The minister's job, and something this minister has been particularly good at it, is to create a fair and just system. A fair system is compassionate, it is timely, and ensure people have a clear understanding. Now with C-6, our government is making changes to improve the system. Our government is reducing wait time, shrinking blockage, backlogs, and working hard to prioritize people who need us the most. We can be proud of that system and these changes. Since June 2015, adult applicants are required to declare on their citizenship applications that they intend to continue to reside in Canada if granted citizenship. The provision created concern among some new Canadians who feared their citizenship could be revoked in the future if they moved outside of Canada. The government is proposing to repeal this provision. All Canadians are free to move outside or within Canada. This is a right guaranteed in our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. C-6 also improves the life for permanent residents who have one less year to wait before being able to apply for citizenship. They will be able to count time they spend physically in Canada before acquiring permanent resident status. I want to applaud the amendments that came forward at committee. They protect groups and people that need protection, particularly stateless people. I further want to applaud the inclusion of a focus on people and disabilities. This is a stated priority of our government, and I'm pleased to see that we as MPs are working together to meet these stated goals. This is about people. I also am pleased to see changes to the language requirement in this bill, which removes potential barriers to citizenship for seniors and youth who apply. This will make a real difference in the lives of many who are seeking to reunite with family of their spouse. In May 2015, legislative changes came into effect that created new grounds for citizenship revocations and allowed citizenship to be taken away from dual citizens for certain acts against the national interest of Canada. These grounds include convictions of terrorism, high treason, or spying offenses, depending on the sentence received, or for the membership is an armed forces engaged in armed conflict with Canada. This bill is sensitive to some who were convinced under the previous government's time, who were convicted under the previous government time that somehow terrorists on Canadian soil with dual citizenship could be shipped off because Canada is sending a tough message to terrorists abroad. But the shirk of responsibility to deal with these people ourselves, it would be saying our own system is not the strong enough, isn't capable, or that this person is not a homegrown terrorist that speak to an experience other could be having here in Canada. If we have people reading ISIL propaganda here in Canada and plotting, we need to deal with those people and that reality ourselves. We have a few case examples of this in the past couple of years. We need to tackle the fact this mentality and this problem is not isolated elsewhere. We cannot just ship off our problems. A Canadian, despite what they have done, is still a Canadian and should be dealt with in Canada. However, the ability to revoke citizenship where it becomes known that it was obtained under false representation, by fraud, or by knowingly concealing material circumstances will necessarily remain in place. The minister would continue to have authority to revoke citizenship in basic fraud cases such as identity and residence fraud, and the federal court will continue to have authority to revoke citizenship in cases where the fraud is in relation to concealing serious indemnizabilities concerning security, human or international right violations, war crimes, and organized criminality. I think all honorable members will agree that no one should be rewarded with Canadian citizenship if they attempt to obtain it through false pretenses. C-6 is a comprehensive bill with changes that both deal with outstanding issues, but also push us forward. Many permanent residents in my riding of Brampton South are looking forward to being able to be given credit for time spent in the country before becoming citizens. This is what real change looks like, and I'm pleased that we are discussing all these issues. Together, we can ensure a Canada that is both diverse and inclusive. We will continue to ensure the safety and security of Canadians. In fact, on a related note, I want to applaud the Minister of Public Safety's announcement yesterday on border exits, which will go a long way in achieving further benefits to our immigration system. Announcements like this are what working together in government look like. Mr. Speaker, C-6 is the right bill at this time to fix our system that is not inclusive, not focused on the people, and not processing things fast enough for the people affecting on the ground. Like the people in my riding of Brampton South, I know that they want this bill passed at the soonest opportunity and to see a system that is fair. I look forward to voting for this bill. I hope all honorable members will be doing the same. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Bravo.